So the trouble is, for me, looking at things technically, is that we made a W on the S&P. We made a W here. You can see this as a bearish formation here, and we made another bearish formation. So a V would be a strong indication. That'd be a bullish sign. But however, we made a W, and a W indicates that we tried to go up. No, it didn't like it, and it tried to come back up again. And so this is a bit of a concern there, that move, because we didn't, we tried to regain some ground, but nope, oof, down we came. So technically weak on this, on the hourly, on the big time frame, on the daily, weekly, it's strong, but on the hourly we got a bit of resistance. So if we go above 4,300, it's going to help our signals a lot. But however, I think this could be like a dead cat bounce, and we're just going to resume lower. So 4,300 is the level of interest. Nice round number, easy to remember. And that resistance is at 4295. So round about the round number. And don't forget this dollar strength will tie into yields as well. And if the yields pump, or we get a inversion like we have on the 5 and the 10, then that could be risk off as well. If you remember from the bulletin on the dashboard, this is indicating risk off. We've got an inversion on the 5 and the 10, which is a bit of a concern. So we should have these in increments going higher, but we haven't. That one's lower than this one, so that's something that's not quite right. That's out of bonk. So we might be seeing some safe haven flows, and the dollar's going to do quite well. Dollar on the hourly pitchfork strong. So you could say we've probably overdone it a little bit. Maybe this is the fib extension, 101.80. But yeah, I don't know if you want to be fighting that, especially on the. It's strong on these small time frames. Kiwi is getting stronger now. This is very bizarre. Let's have a look at the sentiment quickly on the dashboard. It says Aussie strength, and then Kiwi weakness. So yeah, it's very tricky. There might be this might be getting paid, the Aussie guys, the retail guys, and yeah, it's very tricky. Aussie is weak here, weak here, weak here, and weak here. So technically Aussie's not in a great place, but we've got the buy on the sentiment. So I think maybe if you can, if you haven't taken the signals already, wait for 4,300 to break, because I think this is going to fall, and we could continue to fall a little bit more, and I think we might come down to these guys break even, which is 50 points away. So they went long here, 4232 ish. So we might come down to that break even. At a high level, the S&P is a sell, so we might come down to tease those guys. And remember, 4242 was your monthly support. So we don't really want that to break. So tricky. Gold's fallen as well, which would agree with the static sentiment. So very tricky. So yeah, I could show you the charts, but at the end of the day, what the S&P does, it's going to impact our risk. So keep an eye on the S&P, I suppose. Quickly show you the SLCs. NU, it's just not doing too badly. We had wicked quite a lot above. One above is 66.51. One below is 65.76. And quickly show you AU. And we got that support, if you remember from yesterday. We got that diagonal, which is old. Zoom out. Zoom out. So that needs to hold for us for our longs. 71.54. Zoom back in. One above is large, 72.50, and the one below is 71.25. We wicked quite a lot above, indicating some selling pressure. Dollar CAD is also one of ours as well, where it's a sell. But it's looking like it's doing quite well, technically. And also we've broken this diagonal. It's really old. Comes from March 2020, so it's 540 days old, which is interesting because that coincides with the length on AU. AU is holding above, so really maybe you could argue if that holds above, this could hold below, but then you've got the oil argument as well, so that's going to be a bit tricky. So the SLC above is 127.77, on below is 126.77, so 100 pips between. And yeah, we might want to get that stop loss cluster, maybe, and we might fall. So it could be a bit of a skewy day on the signals, all because I think this is going to fall, and I think the retail guys might be right as well on their bets. So we have to bear that in mind. They do get paid. They can't get destroyed every single day. It'd just be unreasonable, like I was saying in the chat. So we might be a payday for the retail guys. But if you remember, last Tuesday was a bit screwy as well. So it might be Tuesday is just payday, where it used to be Friday, but now they've moved it to Tuesday. So hopefully that helps. It is a little bit confused because no one really knows where this is going to go. VIX was above 30 yesterday. We're still above the yearly pivot. We're well below the yearly pivot on the US 500. And we're below the monthly pivot on US 500 as well. And the retail guys are long, which doesn't help the situation. So, very tricky. So trade carefully. And it might just be a bad day for the signals. But I'm going to log them now anyway. And if we're down a lot, don't worry so much, because over the week we'll be up by a lot. And it just could be Tuesday. It's just going to be like a payday for the retail guys. So trade carefully and you should be fine. And don't forget, we're still in the data gathering stage on the signals, because we just went from weekly to daily. And so we'll have to see how we go and what happens here as well. Could see a little bit of a bloodbath materialise. So it's a bit of a mixed picture here as well. So trade carefully, and I'll speak to you soon.